Alright, everybody, welcome to another episode of Max and Howard Drink Beer. I am still Max.
And I'm Howard.
Are you sure? Do you want to be Howard?
Well, yeah, for this episode I will be. But I've been practicing my impersonations.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be
So
exciting.
next time it might be somebody else.
It might be.
Alright,
But not for long.
Howard, what are we drinking today?
Max, I'll tell you a pretty good story. I had when I worked for a place called International Sports Management.
International Sports Management.
Yeah, exactly like that.
That's
yeah.
pretty good, right?
No, I'm impressed. So we did a white elephant thing for Christmas.
Okay.
And so the rules were you had to bring in some random gift, and I had like a popcorn popper. That was pretty popular. Popcorn popper, popular. Anyway. So...
Wait, so the elephant made popcorn.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there was a traffic cone. That was pretty cool. Somebody brought in a traffic cone. I can't tell you how many uses I could have had for that since I've quit that place. But anyway...
Probably 7.
The gift that I picked was a titty cup. It was a cup that looked like a breasticle, and you drink. And it was like tilted weird, so you can't put a lot of coffee in there. But the idea is you tilt it back and you drink from the nipple, and that's pretty funny. Red Fox used to have a cup like that. It was pretty good.
That sounds like something Red Fox would have.
And of course I got it, and everybody lost their mind because it's me, and I'm a prevert.
Prevert?
It's like pervert, but
before
everybody else, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I took a picture of on Snapchat one day, of the thing, and Forrest, our good friend Forrest, says, "I will trade you a half a pack of sampler." New Glarus. There's like 10 there's 12 in a case. This one had 10, and I said, "That's a pretty good deal. I'll do that deal. I'll make that deal all day long."
That is a deal.
So he's got a titty. He's got a titty cup now, and we're drinking Spotted Cow today. So we're excited.
Are we?
Are we?
I don't think we are.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know beers, Spotted Cow, this is the generic craft beer.
Yeah.
This is what we call when everybody goes, "Oh, you drink beer? Oh, you want a Spotted Cow?" No.
Well, yeah, I mean, we joke that it's the Miller Lite of craft beer.
Yeah.
And we're spoiled up here in Wisconsin because you can't get it anywhere else except Wisconsin.
Yep.
So it's in every single bar in Wisconsin because that's their moneymaker, basically.
Right.
Everybody wants a Spotted Cow when they go down there, and everybody wants a Zombie Dust when they go down to Indiana.
I don't think that's a thing.
Okay, maybe it's just me.
Because we have Zombie Dust here.
Yeah, see, they're branching out. New Glarus is saying, well, we can make more money by staying in-house.
Right.
So that's what they do.
Right, so they don't share.
Yeah,
Which brings me to that wonderful good buddy of ours.
Yeah.
Jake Jacobson. And he would give us shit constantly.
Constantly, yep.
About having New Glarus at a gun club.
Yep.
Because New Glarus, super anti-gun.
Extremely anti-gun, yep.
Super, hey, you see that? You're pointing this gun at me?
Oh,
Finger gun.
Is that loaded? Yeah, right.
Yeah, thank you, Dan Pillay.
Wow, did we do that in unison?
I think we did.
That was impressive.
We've been missing too many people from Boxhorn for too long.
That is very true.
But, so he would throw a fit every time, and I told him, we're a bar in Wisconsin.
Right.
This is what everybody comes to, oh, hey, I came to Wisconsin, what did I have? I had a brat, I got some cheese from the Cheese Castle, and I had a Spotted Cow.
Yeah, that's literally what happens. You remember those guys? They'd come all the way they'd pass 4 or 5 gun clubs just to come up to us, which is kind of cool. They would always pass the Cheese Castle. They would always pass the Woodmans and stop at the Woodmans, and they came once a week. They'd always have a Spotted Cow.
Yeah, the Santee brothers.
That's right. Yep. Maybe it was Miller Lite.
Yeah, I think it was.
And then the one guy had a Spotted Cow. I think that's right.
I don't know.
It's been a long time.
I don't serve them beer.
It's been a long time since I rocked and rolled. But yeah, so there's another good Spotted Cow story. Jake Jacobson shot with my dad in Northbrook.
Okay.
You know, so we had many interesting conversations, him and I. I actually didn't see him, you know, on the tail end of my how do you call that? The fizzling out of my boxing career. And I didn't see him at all. And I was pretty bummed about that. You know, we had a lot of stuff going on.
I think I saw everybody.
That's good.
Everybody that I needed to see before I left. They all showed up just right at that time. You know, I think the exception to that rule is the man, the myth, the legend, Scott McGregor.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like not many people see him. So
well, he's elusive, you know.
He is. It's hard to catch him.
You know, and just everything. Were you there that time he brought his wife in?
I was there a different time when you were out of town that week, and that was not the time that the marsh started on fire. That was earlier in the week, and yeah, I did get to meet Mrs. McGregor. You know, I didn't get to meet Peter though.
She was truly everything that he said she was.
Yeah, she was cool. It was cool that he brought her that day. That was like the highlight of that week too. That was a rough week.
What, the Scott McGregor?
Yeah. So it's actually funny we do the whole Spotted Cow thing, and you took a step out of yours, and I haven't gotten a chance yet. The funny thing is, we started hanging out when Max came back. You have to understand, like, the whole world kind of changed after that. When Max came back to the gun club, that's when he started to give me a little bit more responsibility. He knew what I was capable of. He said, all right, you're going to start doing the ordering now. You know, this is kind of the way that we do it. Well, let's see what you can do with this. Now, here's the thing. You're going to have to get out of your high life Schlitz thing. You know, it's just, you got to try all the beers. You got to know what's what and what tastes like what. And that's how I got into this. You know, that was one of the first beers I tried. I don't remember what was first. The time we went to the Metal Girl or the time we went to the Back Bar. I don't remember which one came first.
I think the one that came first was the going up to AJ's.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would do that with Brian.
Because that's where we had the discussion, was one Beer Thursday sitting up there of, you can't just drink this one beer.
Yeah.
You gotta, if you're going to be in charge of a bar, you have to understand all of it. Everybody's got different taste buds.
Absolutely.
You know, you can't just have both kinds of music. You gotta have them all.
Yeah. Not just country and Western.
Right.
So, you know, and that really was interesting to me. The Back Bar, that was an awesome time because it was just like warm enough. It wasn't cold Spotted Cow.
Yeah.
But it was like cold enough where it's like, hey, this is like drinking milk. This is pretty good.
Yep.
You know, so off the tapper, it's really not that bad. You know, and the City Lounge, we've been to the City Lounge before. Hey, what do you got? I'll have a Spotted Cow because I don't know anything about beer yet.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be cool to go there and try all the different beers now.
Well, it'd be interesting to see. It's been a couple of years since we've seen Alex doing his thing there. You know, so just go back through and see what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, we don't get out anymore.
Yeah.
We sit down here and we talk shit about beers.
Yeah. Especially me. When you see my ranking, it's like 2.8. That's my average ranking. I'm strict, man. Strict.
I go with a beer. You know, if you can drink it after cutting grass, that's a good beer.
Okay.
That's where I put it.
That's,
you know, this one, like I said, not knocking Spotted Cow in any way. It's a great beer. The problem is it's been around since I started drinking beer.
Right. And so it's your Miller Lite.
So it is, right. Whereas, you know, when you look at my dad, when he tells those stories, they didn't even have stuff imported from other cities.
Oh, yeah. They had to go to Colorado to get Coors.
You know, so like I said, when I started drinking, we had all your Millers, all your domestics.
Yep.
And here was Spotted Cow. Well, what's Spotted Cow? Oh, I remember specifically the first time Dustin came back from the Marines on leave.
Uh-huh.
That's all he wanted. I have to get Spotted Cow. You know, and I'm like, what's Spotted Cow? I just started drinking beer legally. I didn't know anything.
Right.
I was drinking Coors Light and Bud Light and
cheap shit.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You'd walk in the store and go, "Oh, Red Dog.
Oh, yeah.
What? $8 for a 24-pack? All right, I'm in."
Yeah.
You know, you truly appreciate that because now if you get a 6-pack for under $8, I feel like you're doing good.
No shit.
You know, but I remember specifically Spotted Cow with Dustin. He was just that's all he wanted to do. He goes, "They don't have good beer outside of our state."
Yeah, that's relatively true.
We've got some sitting up here on our shelf that say otherwise.
Yeah, like the Iron Maiden beers.
I did enjoy those.
Yeah, those were pretty good.
But I was talking, Colorado's got hell of a
yes, they do.
Hell of a microbrewing, craft brewing, even just their standard stuff.
I wish they would have branched out a little bit in Arizona. Because they had a lot of interesting beers. They were primarily wheat beers.
Yeah.
With all sorts of different fruit flavorings. I wish I would have, sucked it up and said, "Hey, I'll have a beer." With Mom and Bob.
Well, but at the same time, you weren't beer heavy.
Not. I was getting there.
This was still. You weren't the crazy level you are now. What's that? I'll have that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, what? You got 3 Floyds on tap? Okay, let's walk them down the line. You remember the look on his face when you said that day over at Point?
What did I say?
The 3 Floyds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a couple 3 Floyds on tap, and let's walk them down the line.
Let's do them all. Yeah.
And you just looked like
it was like Alpha King.
Yeah.
That was just, I wasn't big on the Alpha King. I think that's what it was. That was like the 3 Floyds I didn't like.
So, I guess, let's go through this. The Spotted Cow, for those of you who don't know, it is an ale.
A farmhouse ale.
But the big deal is they don't filter it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cloudy.
Yes.
Where you don't see many cloudy beers.
No.
Everybody filters their beer to make it look pretty.
Yep.
And Spotted Cow's not about that. They're trying to simulate that, hey, this is made in a farm.
Mm-hmm. A farmhouse ale.
We don't waste our time with that. It's not about presentation, it's about taste. And I think that's the big deal. I mean, Leinenkugels was doing it before New Glarus was, but I feel like when Spotted Cow came out,
mm-hmm.
that's when the world went ape shit with all the other beers. We started getting MKE, we started getting Lakefront.
Yeah.
They popped up, you got some of the smaller ones even. I mean, there are so many different brewery tours that you can go on.
Yep.
And when you really think about it, I mean, Sprecker's been around since we were kids, and it wasn't a big deal, and the same with Leinenkugels.
Yep.
You had their original recipe, Leinenkugels beer.
Ooh, yeah.
And that's really hard to find now.
They still make it. I got a couple of friends that drink it.
But it's not it's not Spotted Cow.
Right.
You can go anywhere, and there are very few places that don't serve it.
You're 100% right. It's actually really popular up north, a lot higher up north, yeah. The original Leinenkugels. But again, everybody has different tastes, like we said. We're not big on the... You're not a big ale guy. I'm not a big Spotted Cow guy. It just... So that's kind of how it goes, but...
Hey, did you ever read the bottle here?
A couple of times.
They follow the purity law with its actual name.
The Bavarian?
Yeah, but the
Oh.
Reinheitsgebot.
Yeah, that's
however
like
you
that.
say it.
I looked it up at one point and then I forgot. So, yeah, purity law. Then that actually, makes sense. Yeast, hops, water, and malted barley.
Right. It's natural. You can't take away from that. It was actually really entertaining last week, maybe on the radio. Bob and Brian. And everybody knows Bob and Brian around here. They've been talking on the radio for us for 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
They were talking shit about the Bavarian purity law, but they called it the German purity law. And somebody tweeted them, I guess, and they're like, okay, fine, we said it wrong. It's the Bavarian law. It's not German. We're sorry. And it was just this big, huge thing because up until a couple weeks ago, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Right, exactly.
And all of a sudden it's like, hey, I learned something new, and now here it is again. Here it is again. Here it is again.
Or maybe now we're just paying attention.
Can't afford it.
It's sometimes the way it goes.
Can't afford to pay attention.
I will tell you this, and this is something I think about pretty often, and we talked about this in previous episodes. I was in my local tavern, the Stumble Inn, and the lovely bartender there, they were out of summer shandy or something, and she says, you know what I've been doing? I've been pouring Spotted Cow and putting a little bit of lemonade in the Spotted Cow. And that made it taste like 1,000 times better. It was really good. So, hey, and that's the thing. What beers do you put fruit in? Like, this would maybe a strawberry Spotted Cow. Now I'm getting stupid.
Yeah,
okay. Or a chocolate Spotted Cow.
I'm still going to stand by the statement that fruit does not go in beer.
Yeah. Well, especially if it's a Bavarian purity law beer.
Yeah.
Because it's not allowed.
Well, it's that same thing, Blue Moon swears by it with theirs, with the orange.
Orange peel.
And it's just, I'm not about that.
You can smell it. Maybe you can taste it.
I can.
Your taste buds are a little bit more sensitive than mine are.
Well, right. I can't see or hear or smell. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
What else is there?
We'll
leave that to the preschool
touch
teachers.
my beer and taste it.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that's all of the six senses, right? Because I can see dead people.
Oh, so that explains why everything else.
It was Bruce Willis. He was dead. There you go. I spoiled
what?
the movie.
I never seen it. I was going to watch it tomorrow.
No, you weren't.
Son of a bitch.
You still have to watch Uncle Buck.
I would like to watch Uncle Buck. What did I see? I saw Spider-Man Homecoming. That was pretty good. I'm starting to watch all the movies that I should have watched like when they came out.
10 years ago?
Was it 10 years ago?
Do you want it to be? I can say it was.
What was I doing 10 years ago? What year is this?
October?
Oh, fuck. I can't. No, never mind. I'm trying too hard. I'm out.
You're out of what?
I'm out of trying to think what I did 10 years ago.
Oh, well, you should drink some more beer then, Howard.
That's, I'm just happy it's right now, Max.
What's right now?
Right now is right now.
Oh, I was way off.
How off?
2017.
What year is this?
I told you October.
Okay, so that was
3 years
4 years ago? Okay.
So, yeah, that's how long 10 years ago was.
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah. That's wild.
So, in case anybody knows, we're no timeologists.
No, we certainly aren't. We got to rewind our Timex clock somewhere.
It's hanging over there on the wall. It says Boxhorn.
That's, yeah. No time like this time.
What time is this time?
I don't know. Time for us to get a new watch.
Watch what?
Watch the clock because we're running out of beer.
No.
No?
I don't think you even had a sip of your beer.
I had a couple sips.
Yeah? So,
couple of sips.
So they're paying you for that, right?
I hope so. We should talk to them about that.
About how much they're paying you to babysit that beer?
Pretty much. Do you have a nipple?
I have a couple, but they're attached.
Yeah, I don't want those nipples.
Yeah.
I want somebody else's nipples.
Probably hairy. I mean, you could probably floss your teeth with it.
They're that hairy?
I don't know. I don't look.
I don't either.
They're attached to me.
Okay.
Why would I look at that?
Not your thing?
Not my cup of beer.
The sight of yourself doesn't turn you on?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't say that it does.
Yeah, well, I guess that makes two of us, so...
All right, well, on that note, we do apologize, everybody, for you dealing with us.
No, we don't. I don't.
My beer is getting low, so it is about that time. On behalf of Howard and myself, we appreciate you tolerating us and spending time with us. So, everybody at home, I am still Max.
And I am still Howard.
Cheers.
Cheers.